Alright, so today I'm going to be putting some new fletchings on my arrow. I've been using these 2-inch blazer vanes forever, but something that's always caught my eye, I never could really find any good reviews about, and I'm going to do one today of my honest opinion, and maybe these would work really well if you're in a pinch. I do a lot of hunting, and the one place that I hunt is 5.5 hours away, and I plan on going there for 10 to 12 days this year, roughing it pretty hard. So these would be really good in a pinch. These are the NAP Twister Quick Fletch. So basically, the gist of these is that they're a heat shrink. Basically, it's an arrow wrap that you cut your existing vanes off, and then it says all you do is boil them in hot water and in boiling water for 10 seconds, and you gotta let it dry. I read some reviews, and I don't know if it's just people that don't know what they're doing or they didn't prep their arrow right, but I'm going to, once I remove the fletchings, I'm going to scuff it up. That's what I do with normal fletchings when I'm fletching them with a jig, but I'm also going to add a bead or two of glue on the end. So at the top and at the bottom, because the reviews said that they sometimes slide off, which is understandable, but I think I want to try these out and see what kind of results I get, because I think these would be really good in a pinch. So the other thing I'm going to do is I'm also going to weigh the arrows. So these, I have the traditional 3-fletch. These are a 4-fletch. So apparently it's supposed to spin faster, which gives you better accuracy. That's what it claims, at least. So we're gonna try it out. I'm gonna weigh the arrow. Right now, this arrow with about 15% FOC is at 482. So that's with some weighted inserts and then 125 grain tip. And then of course I'm shooting lighted knock, so that adds about 15 extra grains compared to a normal knock. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these off. I'm just gonna try it on one arrow for now. I don't wanna have to re-fletch all of my arrows, but this is one that needs re-fletched anyways. So I'm gonna give it a shot and kind of keep you updated as we go. Figured getting the right tool would probably help me out instead of just using my fingers. This isn't indeed helping. So it's definitely the part that you want to take your time with. I got it pretty good. I'm going to scuff it with a Brillo pad just to get any excess off, and also to give it a scuffing it up just so maybe this will adhere a little better. We'll see. The other thing I always do is I always take some isopropyl alcohol. And I clean all the excess carbon off. So you don't want that to affect how this thing adheres. Whether you're doing these or traditional fletchings with a jig, that's always best practice there. Other than that, there's really no other instructions. Literally, it doesn't come with instructions other than on the back of this package. Yeah, it just says dip in boiling water for 10 seconds, then let it dry. So I'm just assuming you put the end of this fletching literally at the end of your carbon. What I need to figure out is I want the white to be up. we shall see. But yeah, that's kind of what it's gonna look like. I picked the orange because I have a lot of orange going on with my bow. If you can't tell with some of the strings and servings and the D loop here. So the white and orange looks pretty sweet on the black arrow, so we shall see. Let's see how much this thing weighs with the new fletching. It's actually lighter. It went from what, 282 to 482 to 472. So that's interesting. How's that lighter? I don't know. We'll find out. All right, so we got a rolling boil. I got this thing about where I want it. We're just gonna put it in for 10 seconds. Ooh. Actually, turned out pretty good. I'll let it dry and I'll add some glue and then let's go shoot it. All right, so I got these things all good. I put a little bead of glue on the ends and I just use a Q-tip. And I did lie, so these are actually about 15 grains heavier. So the arrow that I weighed previously had the wrong grain tip in it. It had a 100 grain tip and I shoot 125s. So yeah, so normally my arrow is about 180 or 485s. Now it's almost 500, so it's about 14 to 15 extra grains. So hopefully that doesn't change my arrow flight too much as far as long distance. It probably will. So maybe I can take some weight out of the front. But right now I'm going to shoot it at like 25-30 yards. See how it shoots overall, and most importantly, see if these fly off or move. All right, so I'm going to be shooting at 25 yards. There it is. We're going to see how this goes. Hopefully I don't have any clearance issues with the 4 veins, but we shall see. That was good. Go check it out. So the first 2 shots were pretty good. The second one, a little to the right, but yeah, there's no signs of these things moving. I'm gonna shoot, I don't know, about 20 more arrows. It sucks that I only did 2. I have to go and get them every time, but yeah, I think these will be all right. I think the glue helps. I know you're not supposed to do that, and that's not on the instructions, but I don't see why it wouldn't hurt. It's just a little extra security, just based off some reviews. But yeah, no funky flight pattern. I'm gonna keep shooting and give an update here in a second. Those were both really good. I mean, right in the 10 ring. Check this bow out. This is my same exact bow, it's just a year newer, and it's got these EC2 cams. And what's a camo? Cryptek?
Cryptek Skyfall.
Skyfall. Both 33 axle to axle, except this one has a Picatinny rail that you can use. Mine doesn't. And then also the cams are different. I have the S2s. These are the EC2s. They make it E2 as well, which is just a longer draw length cam. But I think that's why they're bigger. Like this is sick. My sight's better though.
Yeah.
Oh, this rolls over so much easier. To the right, but dead nuts. It could just be at my. I don't want to put my lips on that. It's just really ridiculous. Yeah, so if you're shooting like 300 arrows a week, which I get close to close to the season here, maybe these aren't the best, but I think these are great to have in your bow case, at least in a pinch. So I'm going to continue to shoot them here for a little bit in the next couple weeks, and maybe I'll do an update. But right now, not too much to complain about. Pretty simple.